The thing that everyone's citing as why Muslims shouldn't be praying in the park is not actually a law, it's a regulation of whoever.
It's a park policy.
Park.
It's not. We've got no powers over
So he can only act within the law, he can't act within the policy of the park.
So, I spoke to Mohammed Hijab before Christmas, that conversation, I think it was on YouTube, about the problems of social media. Again, it fuels this pot. When people put their pennies worth in, and again it brings it to Speaker's Corner the following week, and you get this tension.
We've seen Omar hit a member of the public with a stick, we've seen a police officer with a stick, we've seen Abdul Hamid hit people with sticks.
And that's all been reported, and it's all being dealt with. I'm not reporting officer. That's been dealt with another branch, so I can't comment on that. But the investigation is in process. You are responsible.
Yeah, totally agree.
Of what happens here. Yeah, you are responsible for how the balance is kept here. I'll get complaints of why is there so much religion here? At the end of the day, it's the public. Why can't we have more people down here saying a strawberry jam tastes better than raspberry jam? Yeah. I'm dealing with something. I'll come and speak to my spoke to the Alright?
Alright.
Okay.
Well, girls, you can't pray.
Apparently in Britain we live in a new form of animal farm where some groups are more equal than others.
That's shameful and embarrassing. Tan. Let's go.
I don't think your capitalism poses no chance of discouraging you. But I'm not praying today. You're not praying today. I'm trying to speak to the police officer. We're trying to be honest. Really? Yeah. They say we have to somehow what we can not to push things through. I mean, not to escalate things too much. Right? Yeah. So let's wait and see what the police do. I mean, they're saying no. Why are you saying? So why? Well, we'll see. We'll see if they can manage to enforce that. But if they can't, then I'm just going to invite every Christian I know to come and do a religious service in the park. I mean, if they can, we can. It can't be one rule for one group and another.
We have to look into this and see. We can try to speak to them.
Yeah. I think we should give them a chance. You know, if they're willing to try, then we should give them a space to try. But if it keeps going on and do congregation and worship inside the park, then I'll just invite every Christian I know to come to the park and hold that open service. Yeah, great. You know. I'm sure you'll come to church that day, won't you?
You can keep trying.
Yeah. I keep trying every time. I want to
Keep trying. But you know the answer.
I know the answer for now. But as I said to you before, it's not me that does the conversion. It's the Holy Spirit. I find that highly unlikely.
Nobody knows for a while.
No, God forbid. I don't know.
You stay with the family, and that's how you were able to come?
No, it's just gotten too aggro.
You're Christian, okay, sorry.
This is my brother. My brother.
But I take inspiration from Are you together? Are you Christian as well? I am, yeah.
So we should give credit to the police. They do seem to be tackling the fact that the Muslim community have been ignoring the rules of the park for a very long time, and we should give the police our support in upholding the rule of law. So I would discourage for the moment any Christian groups who are thinking about coming and doing open air worship in the park. At least allow the police the opportunity to uphold the law, and if we see that they don't and won't uphold the law, then we can talk about maybe having an open air worship here at Speaker's Corner.
How many wars did Pakistan have in India? That's kind of hang on, yeah? Awesome. Any problems? Expecting an officer. Please spread the message because we don't want any other further attention going to Speaker's Corner. I'm sorry, it's totally unnecessary. Yes? Unfortunately, thank you very much. Lots of complaints about
Thank you.
Oh, how are we doing? Talk to me.
Talk to you. How are you? All right.
We haven't talked properly.
No, we've never talked properly before.
No,
What's your name, sir?
P.C. Barnes, I'm the dedicated park officer for Hyde Park Inns and Gardens.
Yeah.
And it's my unenviable task to look after Speaker's Corner.
Are you enjoying it?
Every time I go away, it seems to go wrong.
Well, what's that telling you? Telling me never take a holiday, never have a
Share your colleague for a minute.
Yeah, of course, darling. You want to hold it?
it?
No, for yourself and for me as well.
Right.
Okay, so I can feel.
You asked me a question.
For yourself as well.
Yeah, it was just with regards to the fact that, I mean, we've just seen you talk to some people, so I think you're addressing actually the question that I was going to ask. So the question now might be redundant. But it was over the fact that you've got a pattern here of some Muslims who are regulars here breaking the park rules in a way that other groups feel that it's a bit like Animal Farm, that they have special privileges, special rights over the rest of them. But as I've just seen, you've just started talking to people, so I guess you're dealing with it.
Well done.
As representing the Metropolitan Police, we have to act seen fairly to everybody.
Yes.
Okay, and as we know, over recent weeks, the situation's now changed with some the public disorder, and it's polarised Speaker's Corner, and we've now highlighted this issue over to communal praying. What a lot of people are not aware of, the park rules are not park regulations.
Yeah.
The Metropolitan Police work in partnership with Royal Parks. We don't enforce park policy.
Okay.
We've got no powers to deal with it.
Is it more civil though?
It's got no powers to deal with that whatsoever.
So do you have discretionary power to allow
No,
people?
we can't enforce policy. There is a grey area which
No,
is
but
going
an
through.
officer said last week when that bacon lady was talking,
Yes.
that he phoned through to his sergeant, I think,
Yes.
and that he had discretion to say that Muslims could pray. So
Yeah,
he's like wavered the law. I don't know if that's true.
Unfortunately, all my colleagues are not familiar how the park regulations work and how Speaker's Corner works.
He had the handbook in his hand though.
It's very, very difficult, okay? And it is being looked at now.
Yeah.
My colleague, I know because I've seen the video, it has been looked through what the legal sides are around assemblies and whatever. The best course of action at the moment, so it keeps the Speaker's Corner community happy, it keeps the Muslim community happy, is the way we're going to do it now. We're going to, through education, I've spoken to people throughout this morning who are regulars at Speaker's Corner. There's been communal prayer here for the last 30 odd years. It's always been there.
Yeah.
But it's only because it's highlighted as an issue. Okay? So what we do is we spoke to the two gentlemen from now on, if we spread the message, we take it outside the park because it's the comfort convenience which is a park regulation. Some people are offended by it. We have got this tense situation between other factions going on.
Should be one law for all though, really, shouldn't it?
Eh?
One law for all.
It's for any religion, you know, and it will be
What
appropriate.
the piece is saying though is that there's the thing that everyone's citing as why Muslims shouldn't be praying in the park is not actually a law. It's a regulation of whoever.
It's a park
governs
policy.
the park.
It's not. We've got no powers
So
over
he
that.
can only act within the law. He can't act within the policy of the park.
So his hands are tied.
Essentially, yeah. A police officer's hand has to obey the law.
And we can't be put in a position to act unlawfully.
No, you're neutral.
Yeah, and they're doing it. And at the end of the day, Speaker's Corner, as we know, it's 150 years of, very
History.
contentious subjects throughout the decades. We're going back into the 80s. There used to be 118 police officers because it's been running fights and battles. It used to be really tense. There's always been a history here. But and Speaker's Corner is like a microcosm of what's going on around the world. different weeks, different days have different issues. You have different issue bubbling at Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with the advent of social media, you know, it polarises this problem, and you get the people who think they know the law, and we should be doing this, we should be doing that, they can't do this, can't do this, and it raises tensions. And then you get all kinds of problems. Which brings me to, I mean, I spoke to Mohammed Hijab before Christmas, that conversation, I think it was on YouTube, about the problems of social media. Again, it fuels this pot when people put their pennies worth in, and again, it brings it to Speaker's Corner on the following week, and you get this tension. And that's not what we want. We want to come here and debate, have a good day, then go home again and have a laugh. Yeah, not come here and fight and be all tense. It's not what it's about.
I think some of the, I mean, it's good to have that clarification about the difference between the law and the park regulations, and certainly I was working under the impression that it was a law. I didn't realise that it was a park regulation, so I've been acting under a false premise myself. But in terms of some of the aggression that has come from certain members of the Islamic community, we've got it on film. You know it's on film, where Muslims have used sticks. I mean, JC here has been hit by a stick by a member of the Muslim community. We've seen Omar hit a member of the public with a stick. He's hit a police officer with a stick. We've seen Abdul Hamid hit people with sticks.
And that's all been reported, and it's all been dealt with. I'm not reporting officer. That's been dealt with another branch, so I can't comment on that. But that investigation is in process.
Yeah. Okay. But do you see how when people see those images on camera, and then they come to the park and they see these people saying things like, you know, you've had Mohammed Tawhid stand up and say hate Christmas, and he's encouraging people to hate. And then you've got people like Zachariah coming here and saying to Hatun, Allah kill you, Allah kill you. Then when we see these acts of aggression within that context of what's being said, it gives off an impression that they are unarrestable, that they are unchallengeable.
I've lost count the amount of complaints have gone in, or crime reports have gone in that I've dealt with. I've excluded many people from here for various bits and pieces. So behind the scenes, you may not see it, it does go on. Yeah.
So, I mean, fair enough. I will leave it with that. Have you got any special plans for your birthday?
Give them the bums.
You don't have to tell us that. You're deep in dark secrets, you know. It feels like.
Well, that's something else myself. But again, it's obviously all the cameras and social media. You are responsible of what happens here. Yeah, you are responsible for how the balance is kept here. I'll get complaints of, well, why is there so much religion here? At the end of the day, it's the public. Why can't we have more people down here saying a strawberry jam tastes better than raspberry jam? Yeah? There's other issues going on in the world. Let's get people down here, let's get more young people down here, get them on the soapbox, get them away from the camera, where everybody's all brave to put their opinions on there, but get them on a soapbox to address 100 people. That's what we want back in here.
Everyone's got to feel comfortable coming here, haven't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, you've got to feel safe
That's what
environment.
Speaker's Corner is about. You are all responsible for that. It's not us.
We're all over 21, right?
Yeah? So if you can filter that message out, and the other thing to remember as well, filming and cameras generally shouldn't be allowed at Speaker's Corner. It is a park regulation, but again, things change with evolution.
Golden boys, all right.
Well, I mean, a whole bunch of people are going to hear everything you've just said.
Oh yes.
You know. What do you think about the? I mean, I don't know if you've got time or whether you're busy, but like to have a sort of conversation that I would normally have with other people in the park. I mean, I don't want to hold you back if you're busy. But what do you think in terms of the debates that you hear? And I mean, are you at liberty to speak your own mind while you're in uniform, or do you have to sort of be?
I mean, those that know me, I've been policing here for. I've been here 5 years with the Royal Parks, but 3 years in my role as Council Speaker's Corner. Yeah. And I'll quite openly debate if I think it's within my remit to do. As a person, I am a member of the public. I just wear a police uniform, and I firmly believe our police by percentage of members of the public. I stick to that. Yeah. You know, obviously I can't comment on certain things because I am Metropolitan Police and I represent the Metropolitan Police Service.
Yeah, you've got to be neutral.
Yeah, so I've got to be neutral. Yeah. But if you want to talk to me about environmental things, then I'll give my opinion of what it is, because why not?
Right. Okay, I'm not going to try and ask you any other questions that force you to neutrality. So you have a lovely day. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday, PC. Thank you.
Hey.
Happy birthday. Yes. So, Bob. So what do you think? How that went?
So we should realise then. I think it's been an education for me, and it's an education for a lot of people. That the issue in regards to congregational prayer is connected directly to park regulations as opposed to the law. If the police are willing to try and keep that on the cool, then there's no need to enter into some kind of congregational worship race here at the park. So let's just see how the rules are upheld. But as the police officer said, PC Bond said, he's actually powerless in terms of stopping what isn't illegal, which is totally fine and fair enough. I think, therefore, that means that we just have to remember what it says in Romans 13, which is to give honour to those to whom honour is due, and to give respect to those to whom respect is due, and to follow the public authorities, because those who are given the power of the sword are ministers of God over us.